Hello and welcome. Today we are going to work with a control rig that is connected to Locomotor. Now this is a new locomotion system that's in Unreal Engine 5.6, the new version of it. Now what I've done here is I've already set up the control rig, and that way I can get right into the process of using a MetaHuman with this control rig. Now what I've done here is I've used the skeleton that is used in this blueprint, and I made a control rig from it. I'm going to open it up and I'm going to show you the settings on it so you understand what needs to be done here. Now obviously you can find a lot of this stuff out simply by going to the documentation of Unreal Engine 5.6. Try to get this all in here as much as I can. And okay, so what I'm going to do is like this. I'm going to show you all this setup. And then let's see if I'm missing anything here. If there is something that isn't showing, is the effectors, what they're supposed to look like, and these are the bone settings and what they're supposed to look like. And you can always, and this is the bottom part and what that looks like of that. So that's basically the setup. Now obviously you got to know something about control rigs, and you need to know something about Locomotor because that's the system here that we're working on. And so basically I'll hit compile just to save that, and now I'm going to get out of that. Now the first thing that you do here, this is obviously the setup that's in the new third person levels that come with Unreal Engine 5.6. So once I get this control rig set up using the skeleton that is in Drew's or the blueprint of the MetaHuman, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drag the control rig in, basically put it right in the center here. And what's going to happen is it's going to open up a level sequence. We don't need that at all, and let's just basically leave that right there. Just so you know, this is your control for it. That's what moves it. You can see that it's moving right there. And we'll just go back, and that's the skeleton. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is go and take our blueprint, and we're going to bring that into, and we'll just kind of put it right in the same general area. Let it go, and we'll put that there. And then what we will do is go back to the level sequence, and we can just bring that up, and now we can go to the outliner, and this is Drew, and we'll drag him in the blueprint into the sequencer. And now when you get in there, you're going to see the MetaHuman control rig pop up. We really don't need it, so we're just going to delete it. The face one might come in handy depending on what you're working with. So once you got those out of there, then basically all you have to do is you right click on this, on the control rig, you go up to assign actor, and you find your blueprint. Mine's called Drew, and then lo and behold, he's hooked up. He's all hooked up to it. So the other thing that you can do here is you can have an animation that just plays throughout your whatever animation you're going to create here, or however you're going to use this. And so basically the best thing you can do is just, if you have animations, which I do here, I'm just going to look for an idle animation, and I'm going to take this animation and I'm going to drag it over here right on top of where it says sequencer, and then I'll drag it back here and I'm going to put it right in that animation slot. Just let it go. It'll show up down here, and for some reason it doubles up. I just get rid of one of them. I don't know why that's happening. I'm not going to try to diagnose it right now. And then what you want to do is just bring that back until you see Drew, or your blueprint, all of a sudden turn into the animation. Now the other thing you're going to want to do is come over here, and you're going to want to take the control rig, and you're just going to want to shut it down so you can't see it. So in other words, we don't need to see that control rig at all. So this is what it looks like. You come down here, this is your control. This is what allows you to move him about. I go take him down this thing here. Now, you know, his walking ain't the greatest. I mean, it needs adjustment. You always have to adjust movement and all that stuff. Now, if we wanted to quickly add, you know, an animation here, we could do that. And the way we would do that, and I'll just show you really quickly here, is we'll come down here and we're going to add a key here, and then we'll also add a key on the animation itself. And now what you do is you'll go to the end of your loop here, and you're going to want to move your figure a little bit. We'll call that your animation, and we'll settle for that just for something to show you. And then when you're over on this side, the first thing you want to do is the control rig. You want to set your key on the control rig. So just go right here and hit that. Then secondly, do your animation. And the reason why I've discovered is if you don't do the control rig first, if you do the animation first, the figure will go right back to center, and then when you try to do the control rig one, it just don't work right. So we'll just bring this back, and now I'm not even touching the control rig, I'm just running this now. And there you go. See that you can set that up in a sequence, and that's how it will work. You just run it. You don't see any of the controls once it's running in a sequence. Now obviously there's still some work to do on his step heights and all that stuff, but we will continue with another tutorial at some point here soon. And I hope you got something out of this, and if you would like or subscribe, I would be very, very grateful. And I will see you the next time.